Hey family, it's Tasha, MAMABEAR Prepping. So coming back to you today to talk about supply chain issues. So I've been seeing a lot of channels, a lot of different people talking about supply chain issues. For me, this is more of a mute kind of just dull white noise type of topic because it's always been a problem that has never been addressed and has never really gone away, but we kind of stopped talking about it for a while because there was no like black swan crazy events that were happening. We've had some events in the past with pandemic is really what pushed everything off. And we had some crazy incidents that happened like the canal and ships being stuck there. And then we had port issues and ports being backed up. And even this summer, as recently as the summer, we had a lot of backup of ports and ships and all these things, these variables play into our food, supply and supply chain in general, right? Not just food, but food, water, meds, supplies, things that you buy on Amazon that you get from China, right? All of that stuff coming over. And this is not just little things. This is big things. This is furniture. This is TVs. This is car parts. This is different parts for appliances. I mean, just you name it, everything that you could think of, right? Building supplies, hygiene items, whatever. And so there's always been this tug of war with imports, exports, supply chains, the ports, the railroads, the weather and how that affects stuff, natural disasters and how that affects stuff, different strikes that have been happening, right? The vaccines and COVID and how that played into different things. So it has been it's been a struggle for years now. And I think people started really paying attention to it during COVID and that push and that whole economic kind of just spin off of us not being in a good place. And now you throw in, we've been dealing with the Ukraine thing for a while. And so that's not good because that has to do with imports and exports. Right now the car industry, as far as parts and trying to get a car fixed and get parts ordered is very, very difficult. The semiconductor thing has always been an issue, has been an issue for a while. That's still a thing. I mean, there's just a lot going on when it comes to our supply chain. So what do you do? I mean, this is the thing. We do not have to get spun up about this. We really just need to concentrate on the things that we need to do to prepare our family, to prepare our homes, right? Going through your list, seeing where your holes are, continuing to make sure that you have all the things that you need, and know that if things happen that come to your doorstep, that you're ready and that you're dependent on yourself and that you're as self-sufficient as possible, and that if something happens, you're ready the best you can be, right? For example, I've stockpiled medicine for a long time, and I've done that because of two things. I've done that because I believe that regulations will be coming where basic over-the-counter stuff will be hard to get. You won't be able to get it without a prescription. And so I stockpile because of that and just to be ready. And I stockpile because of foreign conflict. And if we get into, I shouldn't say if, when we get into a foreign conflict with China one day, we will be affected with our medical medicines, prescriptions. It's going to be very, very difficult to get things. And that's a scary thing for a lot of people. I do a lot of holistic researching, trying to figure out backups for different things so that we're ready to go when something happens. Hospitals closed because of the next pandemic or whatever, we're ready to go. We have our items, we're stockpiled. Very, very important for you to think about this for your family, but not just that, that's just an example, but how supply chains could hurt you, getting those backups of different things. Maybe there's basic things in your house and you want to get those backup things. Maybe it's the innards for the toilet. You want to get those backed up. Maybe it's some backup stuff for your appliances, your dishwasher, your fridge, whatever. Maybe it's backup appliances. Maybe it's going on Marketplace and getting some backup stuff that's not brand new fridge, brand new stove, but nice enough and works. Then you stick that in your garage, you stick that in a workshop, a building, outbuilding, whatever, for a rainy day. If you come across an emergency where you lose one of your appliances, you have a backup. That's kind of where we're at with supply stuff. You know, a lot of people are in the dark. If you look at stats, a lot of people know that, hey, they believe that there's supply chain issues. They do not trust the supply chain at all. And so if something major happens, I don't think that people will be surprised. I think that people will be in uproar and be upset because they're not getting their Amazon or whatever within 24 hours or same day or whatever it is, right? That will be what people are upset about, that they don't have everything that they need at the touch of a finger and at the speed that they want to have it at. For us, it's important to stay level-headed, organize, do inventories, see what you have, continue to watch videos, watch people, learn about different products and different things that you want to get in your home that will be helpful for you and your family, and get those things and stockpile them and be ready. Think about the most important things and just start stockpiling it. And if you're new, you're brand new, I'm going to tell you what I tell everybody. If you're brand new to the game, you're brand new to kind of stockpiling and prepping and wanting to be prepared for you and your family, you start with food, water, meds. That's the 3 things that you start with, and then you can venture out to like grid down items, that type of thing. But it's important that we organize stuff, just like I talked about on my video earlier today. Storage is important, inventory is important, but the supply chain, you know, simple things. I read an article the other day about the canal has super, super low waters. Now, this low water right now has not backed up or stopped flow of ships, whatever. But if that water, because they're going through a drought, if that water gets any lower, that could be an issue to where ships cannot get through the Panama Canal. So, I mean, it's very, very important that any little thing could set this off. And they've already warned us that another pandemic is coming. Can you imagine what that's going to do to our economy, what that's going to do to our supply chain? And so it's important to get ahead of that, of the drama of that and the evilness that's out there, so that you and your family are ready. So, you know, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I would not get spun up, but I definitely would go through your list and just make sure that you have your backups of stuff. I think we're going to continue to go through an ebb and flow of various items not being available, taking longer to get to you. It is what it is. And you work around that. And a lot of people have been working around that, going with different products, completely different brands, whatever it is, to get around supply chain issues so that they can still continue to get whatever said item it is they were trying to get. Okay, so you guys be well. If you have not taken a look at our affiliates down below, please take a look at the links. We have affiliates and we have codes. Make sure you use the code so that you can get a discount on anything that you are doing. And I will see you guys next time on the next video. Take care.